Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Kyle Campbell. How's it going, man?
It's going great, you know. Thank you for having me on.
So let's kind of talk about how this the season's been going. It's been a while since you've been on the track, but that'll all change next week when the Cars Tour is back.
Yeah, we had our first race March 11th at Southern National, and that was the first race of the year for all the car store guys. And late model stocks ran once at Florence in between now and then. And next Saturday we get back on the track at Hickory Motor Speedway, so it'll be good to kind of get back going after a month of just sitting here doing nothing.
Yeah. So just kind of talk about like how you kind of got into racing.
So I got into racing because my dad used to race. My dad ran late models up north at Thunder Road in Barry, Vermont.
Yeah.
I was born up there, and he was born and raised up there. And when I was 6, my dad wanted to get me into racing, but you can't really start racing up there until you're like 16. I couldn't even get into the pits at Thunder Road until I was 16. So when I was 6, we moved down to North Carolina to pursue racing, kind of.
Mhm.
And I think for my 6th birthday, my dad surprised me with a go kart, and I started racing at Woodley Speedway, Millbridge Speedway, and just time went on, and we progressed through higher levels of racing.
Yeah. So like you talk about racing in the car store. What's that been like?
It's been great. I've done 2 races so far. I ran the season finale last year at Caraway, then I ran the opening this year at Southern National. Jack and everyone at the car store, Keeley, they're all great people. I love racing the series. They're all nice. They're willing to work with you over anything. So I mean, I love it. The atmosphere is great, and the car store is just a great place to race.
It really is. Actually Keely was just on this podcast not too long ago, talking about the new ownership change. But what are you most excited about this season, like racing wise? Because I know you had a lot of tracks in the southeast you guys are going to be going to. Where are you most excited about running?
I want to say North Wilkesboro,
Yeah,
just because we were supposed to race there last year and it got canceled, and I was really looking forward to that. So we definitely have North Wilkesboro circled in the calendar. Uh, we got 2 more races before then. We're racing Hickory this weekend, and then Ace, and then we're going to North Wilkesboro. So I just want to be able to make it there. So the goal is to not wreck anything these next 2 races, which shouldn't be a problem. The competitors in the car store are usually pretty good about that. They might, rough you up a little bit, but they won't go out and deliberately destroy your stuff. So we're looking forward to North Wilkesboro. That's in 3 weeks here. So about 4 weeks. So it's April 15th. So about a month until Wilkesboro. So we're looking forward to that.
so just what is the track that you feel like you most know that you know the most?
I want to say Hickory Motor Speedway, just because I feel like that's everyone's go-to track around here, at least, because everyone races at Hickory. Like every series, every late model series, you'll race at races at Hickory. Hickory is a great place to race. It's a little rough, could use a repave, but times would be getting fast if we did that. Um, I have the most laps around Hickory. I live 15 minutes from Hickory Motor Speedway, so if we need to test, we go shake down the car there or anything. But I have a lot of laps around Hickory, so I want to say Hickory is my home track and my most experienced track.
So who's kind of really helped you the most in your racing career, you think?
Uh, my dad, honestly, he works on the car. He tows it to the track. He buys everything. So obviously, my dad has been the most helpful. And then more lately in my career, in terms of late model racing, I've had Carson Quapple help me a lot, and kind of fine tune setup adjustments and all that. So he's been a big help, but mainly my dad. He does pretty much everything by himself.
Yeah. Yeah, to have someone like Carson, who's obviously doing a lot of fun, having a lot of success with Junior in the in select late model races throughout the country. Just what's it like to have the friendship with Carson and actually the entire Quabbel family?
Yeah, I've been friends with the entire Quapple family since 2014. We used to race outlaw carts together at Millbridge Speedway, and we raced bandos together at the summer shootout. So I got to know them pretty well throughout the course of 2014 and 2015. And we started hanging out, becoming friends, and now he's progressed to doing his own thing with junior motorsports, which is really cool. And he'll come back and he'll come to my shop because I'm not a direct competitor. If I was racing against him, completely against him, he wouldn't be able to because you can't help people you're racing against. So I'm not directly racing against him. So he'll come over and you know look the car down, make sure we're doing everything right. And sometimes at the track, he'll just be like, "Hey, try this real fast. I see what you're doing. Try this." So it's nice to have him be able to give some give some insight.
So just kind of talk about like these next few weeks for you. Obviously Hickory will be next week, but what else do you have coming up?
Hickory, obviously the 22nd. That's our next race. We want to go try and test before that race, just because we haven't been on the track in a while. There is a Friday practice, but we're probably going to do both. Probably test a couple days before, and then Friday and Saturday. So we don't have much planned for after that, except for the Ace race, which is early May. I want to say like somewhere around the third. I don't know off the top of my head. So we're racing Hickory, and if everything goes well, we'll get the car dialed in for Ace.
All right. Just kind of going into this season, what are your goals for this year, and what do you want to accomplish heading into the next year's racing year?
My goals for this year are honestly just to run well. Obviously, that's everyone's goal, and keep the car in one piece because we aren't a big budget team. We don't have the funds to fix something if I just go out and destroy it. So I want to run well with still keeping all the fenders on it. Um, I think that's totally achievable. We proved it in Southern National. We were on like 11th, close to 10th, depending on where the restarts and everything happened at the end of Southern National, and we ended up getting turned with 5 laps to go. No damage got suffered to the car, so I mean, car was fine. We just spun. Um, so I just want to pretty much this is my first year in the car, so I just want to learn and try and grow as much as I can.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jack, thanks so much for coming on. We'll definitely talk to you. We'll talk to you throughout the year. How about that?
Yeah, thank you for having me.